what you're doing is you're building momentum. And what I'm going to tell you right now is important. Consistently good is better than being occasionally great.
Welcome. This is the Hot Real Estate Investing Podcast, a podcast dedicated to helping others through real estate investing. Our hosts interview guests from all aspects of real estate investing who generously share valuable experiences and advice. Whether you're starting out or an experienced investor, this is the show for you.
Hello, and how's it going? My name is Travis Shelton, and welcome to the Hot Real Estate Investing Podcast, where I interview guests who want to help others investing in real estate. We keep these podcasts fun and full of value. And today, we're going to start changing it up a little bit, and I'm going to start providing some helpful tips for you, entrepreneurs and real estate investors, to help move the needle forward. So today, specifically, we're going to talk about the Power 5 list. Now, if you recall from episode 1, I focused all about how to win the day. And we did talk a little bit about my inspiration for this podcast being Andy Frisella's MFCEO and how that was a project. And part of some of the learnings that I've learned from Andy Frisella and the MFCEO and everything that Andy does on his podcasts are the Power 5 list. And if you've never heard about the Power 5 list, we're going to discuss it today. We're going to talk about what the Power 5 list is, how do you create a habit, and ultimately, how do you win a day, ultimately, so you can win at life, right? You want to stack up a bunch of wins to ultimately win at life, and whatever regard that is, whether it's your career, whether it's your business, whether it's your family life, and hopefully it's all of those things packed together. And that's what we're going to focus on this episode of the Hot Real Estate Investing Podcast. So I always start these shows with some motivation, and so my motivational quote today is actually pretty simple: losers make excuses, winners make commitments. So I want each and every one of you guys to commit, just like I say at the end of every show, to commit to taking action. And that action is going to be the Power 5 list. So what the heck is a Power 5 list? It is literally a list of 5 things. That's it. Write down 5 critical tasks to complete every day. Now, is that waking up? Is that on your list? No. Is that brushing your teeth? No. Unless you don't brush your teeth. I've met some people recently that I don't think brush their teeth. That might be on your critical list if you're not brushing your teeth. But for most of us, we're doing these basic things, right? So something on your Power 5 list is not something you do every day. It's not something that's already a habit. It's something that you need to get done that is a critical task. So if you're trying to lose weight, maybe it's as simple as walking 10,000 steps. I had that on my Power 5 list last year. I start working from home, work in an office, forgot to do some walking. I was gaining weight, so I made it just simple. And after so many days, that creates a habit. You walk for 21 days straight. You walk for 10,000 steps or 21 days straight. That's kind of the barometer of what is a habit. And once you do something for 21 days straight, especially if you're putting on your Power 5 list and you've checked it off, you've marked it as complete every single day, that's when something becomes a habit. And then you no longer need to put it on your Power 5 list, because at that point it should be a habit and you should be routinely doing it each and every day. Now, if something like that, like 10,000 steps, falls out of your habits, falls out of your norms, and you are struggling with it, it's totally fine to start adding that back to your Power 5 list. It's something that, honestly, it happened to me last year. I gained a little bit of weight, a little bit of weight, and wanted to lose some weight, wanted to get in better shape before I turned 40, before I had my 3rd kid. And so I just made a very simple habit of walking 10,000 steps each and every day. Now, what happened was I was able to lose about 30 pounds last year. But what happened once I had my kid and it became a habit and my life changed, that habit quickly went away because I was doing other things every day. I was too busy with other things in my life, and I stopped that habit. And so I started putting that habit back in my Power 5 list, and all of a sudden I started achieving it each and every day again. And so again, very simply, all you want to do for your Power 5 list is write down 5 critical tasks to complete every day. If you complete all 5, you win the day. It's that simple. Do you want to win the day? complete these 5 critical tasks. If you don't complete those tasks, you lose the day. Do you want to be a loser? Do you want to be a failure? Well, not a lot of us do in life. And so I actually create a nice little document that I literally put a W every day, or I put an L if I lose it. And believe me, I don't want to be a loser, and I don't want to lose at things in life that I specifically designed to say, if I complete these 5 things, I'm a winner. And so it's your own motivation. You can lie and say, oh yeah, I got close enough. And no, that doesn't work for me. You either win or you lose, so you got to be your hardest, critic. You got to be your hardest judger. And so if you want to be a loser at life and you don't want to commit, like the quote said, you'll make excuses and you'll make reasons why you would have won that day if such and such didn't happen or such and such didn't happen. No excuses. Commit to winning and get your Power 5 done each and every day. So really, I wake up and I think, do I want to win today or do I want to be a failure today? And it's that simple. If I complete those 5 things every day, I'm going to win that day. And you stack enough days that you win, you stack enough weeks that you're going to win, you stack enough months, you win the year, and ultimately you win enough years, you're going to win at life. And so it's really, really that simple, but yet it's that difficult, right? You hold yourself accountable. You have to, in this life, start taking responsibility for yourself and your actions and your outcomes. And this is just a simple, really minimalist way to win the day and to get a lot further in life than a lot of normal people do. And so
what is up, Hot REI Nation? My name is Jordan Nadella with Simplicity Lending Group and powered by Nexa Mortgage. As the nation's largest broker, Nexa Mortgage offers a variety of creative and competitive loan options through our 170 plus partnerships to help you achieve homeownership with the speed and service that you deserve. Whether you are a first-time homebuyer or an experienced investor, I'm dedicated to finding the right program to fit your financial goal. My mission is to make home ownership a very easy and seamless process from start to finish. If you are in the market today to purchase real estate, please contact me to find the best mortgage solution for your needs.
I get asked, all the time, what if I, can I use my phone? Can I do this? And you can do whatever works for you, right? But for me, and I think for most people, actually writing it down, it's a skill, and it's something that it makes you remember that. And I like to write them down, and then I stick it in my pocket, and I stick it in my pocket with my phone. So guess what? Every time someone calls, every time someone texts, I'm pulling out my phone, but I also have a sticky note on there, or I have a piece of paper on there that I have my list. So if I forget and I get caught up, or I'm dealing with my kids, or I'm dealing with work, or I'm dealing with a real estate situation, it's always that constant reminder coming back to me that you have to complete these things. And my wife, I think, thinks I'm crazy sometimes, because I might be up at 5 a.m. trying to complete some of my Power 5 lists. I might be up at night trying to complete stuff, or I tell her I can't do that until I finish this. And realistically, these are the things you should get, eat that frog and get done very first, your most important task, first thing up in the first of the day. But it's not always reasonable. It certainly is not reasonable for me with so many things going on in my life, and with my focus on my family and my kids and just all the things I got going on. But I do always make sure that every single day I attempt to win the day. And it really irritates me when I fail or when I lose the day. When I have to give myself an L, man, that sucks. It should suck. And it should suck for you if you're not winning each and every day. And so again, really simple. Once a task has been on your Power 5 list for 21 days and you've completed it 21 days in a row, not 20 out of 21, but literally you completed that task every single day for 3 weeks at least, it's considered a habit. And you should start doing that automatically. And so remove that task and replace it with a new critical task. Now, your tasks don't have to be the same task every day, like walking 10,000 steps. It could be, I need to call this broker, right? In real estate investing. I need to find some money. I need to make one phone call today to a capital partner. I need to make one phone call a day to a broker. Whatever that critical task is, it could change. Those 5 could change every single day. But what you're doing is you're building momentum. And what I'm going to tell you right now is important. Consistently good is better than being occasionally great. So again, you want to be consistently good rather than occasionally great. What does that mean? Should you be going to the gym 4 out of 7 days? That's pretty consistently good, as opposed to one day that you spend 3 hours there and you kill yourself and you can't walk the rest of the week. Which one's better? Well, ultimately and long term, that going to the gym, that's why they say walk 30 minutes or strenuous activity 30 minutes most days of the week, right? They don't say just work out 200 minutes every day or one day a week, right? It's most days of the week, because in everything, consistently good is better than occasionally great. And so what you really want to do is start establishing these habits and establishing your routines and good habits, which should be those critical tasks that you're completing each and every day. Again, something like happened to me where I stopped walking my 10,000 steps. If a habit stops, you can re-add it to the list. But you can also just go, hey, I forgot about this. I fell off the wagon. Let me get back on. Let me add that. I can include that. And habit stack, like Atomic Habits, a great book. We'll use that as a book recommendation today. Atomic Habits teaches you just to stack a good habit or something that you want to become a habit onto something you're already doing. So waking up, drink coffee every morning. Hey, I'm already doing that. So right after I make my coffee, I'm going to go for my walk. Or right after I do this, I'm going to do this, right? So habits stack by adding something you're already doing. Every time I brush my teeth, I'm going to go and drink a bottle of water, right? Whatever it is that you want to add to something you're already doing, it's a lot easier to maintain that habit if you add it to another habit that you're already commonly doing, okay? And that's habit stacking. And so again, the goal to this podcast, go back and watch episode 1, win the day, but the goal is to win every day, okay? And when you create a habit of winning every day, it's going to give you a ton of momentum, and it's going to give you a ton of confidence, okay? So win the day, win the week if you win 4 out of 7 days, but ultimately, hopefully you're winning all 7 of those 7 days. You win the month by winning more days than you lose, right? So 16 out of 30, you won the month. And if you win at least 7 out of 12 months, you're going to win the year. Now, ultimately, hopefully you're winning every day, you're winning every week, you're winning every month, and you're ultimately winning years. And as you're stacking those years, you're going to win at life. And that's what I want for you. That's what I want for everybody. Take action. Commit to taking action today. Start a Power 5 list. It's simple. Sticky note, piece of paper. Write down 5 things that are critical to your success in life, in business, in real estate investing. Complete those. Mark them off. There's a big thing that happens with checking that box or crossing out a to-do, right? It gives you momentum for the next step, gives you momentum for the next day. And also, when you lose a day, put a big L on that piece of paper. That should drive you. Do you want to be a loser or do you want to be a winner? Do you want to commit or do you want to make excuses? It's totally up to you. Well, I hope this motivated you guys. I hope if you guys have any questions, if you want to connect, please reach out. Love to connect with you guys. Thank you for tuning in today. And again, commit to taking action today. Start your Power 5 list. Win the day to move your investing forward. Take care. God bless.
Thank you for listening to the Hot Real Estate Investing Podcast. Check out our website, hotrei.com, for additional content and resources. And please take a moment to subscribe and leave a review so we can continue to bring even more value to others through real estate investing.